How you guys doing?
Hi, Taylor. My name is Hannah Joe. First off, how was the Bahamas? Tell us about it.
We had a lot of great times. The pool's nice, the weather's nice, just the whole scenery is really nice.
Well,
Nice.
Taylor, congratulations on the championship. What does it mean early in the season to go down into the Bahamas and come home with the trophy?
It definitely means we're heading in the right direction. Winning championships. But this isn't the only championship that we want to win. So
Taylor, this is a team in Santa Clara that came into the game averaging about 76 points a game. You held them to 50. You've been talking about it, the defense. Expand on that, what we saw tonight.
that's our brand of basketball. We locked in on the scout, and one of their players averaging over 25 points a game, and we really locked in on him, and he only had 4 tonight, I believe. So just listening to the scout and listening to the coach, stuff like that.
Taylor, speak to how this team responded after an overtime game, a great battle with Oklahoma State, and then 2 days later you bounced back strong defensively. How you all felt going into this game?
We felt really good. The overtime win was it was really good for us, and we used a lot of the things that we learned from the game to come out better in this game.
Taylor, did it kind of feel like this was an all-around performance from everyone, especially when CJ Walker couldn't go? He had, guys making contributions. How did that feel tonight?
It definitely was all around. Having Scylla come off the bench and give us some quick points, that really helped. And then having Ty play more minutes than normal, and then producing, it was definitely helpful.
What about those guys on that double dunk?
Man, I don't even know who got the points for that, because that was insane.
I think that was that time?
It should have been time, but they gave it to Scylla, I think.
Yes, yeah, they gave it to Scylla.
I don't know why they called it tech for that, though. He was literally on top of each other.
Have you ever seen anything like that?
No, I don't. Definitely not in person. Maybe on Instagram or something.
What have you learned about yourself here going through college basketball the first couple of weeks, and what have you learned about your team?
About myself, I just gotta take what the offense gives me, and just play patient. Like, there's no reason to rush. And what I've learned about my team is, when we play our brand of basketball, like, we're a really tough team to beat.
Expand on that. Talk about, when you play your brand of basketball, how is this team coming together? I obviously had a tough opener, double overtime that you dropped, but you played well in that game, and you guys have been on fire ever since. How is this team, learning to play with each other on the court?
They're definitely, like, playing those types of games. We get used to each other, and then coach putting out different lineups. We get used to playing with different people on the court. So, it just all helps us. It's still the early on in the season, so we're only going to get better from here.
For you personally, what's the adjustment been like going from high school to college ball?
It's definitely a more physical game. You got to play a lot smarter, and those are pretty much the 2 main things.
You talked about playing with other guys. It seems like you guys have really great chemistry. Have you been fitting in with your teammates and with your coach?
I definitely love those guys. Like, they feel like brothers to me. And coach, I've had a good relationship with all the coach staff since they've been recruiting me. So it's been great.
You guys had Shane Battier speak to you, I believe, yesterday. What was that like? What did he say to your team? What was the message?
The message was really all about mindset and staying focused and when we're in the game, being aware of certain things.
What do these games and these wins in the Bahamas do for the confidence of this team as you come home?
It definitely gives us a lot more confidence, but we're never satisfied. We need these types of wins to build our resume for the tournament.
So after spending the last few days in the Bahamas in a beautiful resort, what is your favorite thing? What was your favorite thing that you did down in the Bahamas? Other than winning a championship?
I would definitely say go to the beach, because I don't really go to the beach that often. So, going to the Bahamas beach, it was really nice.
Good stuff.
Anything else for Taylor? We good?
Thanks, Taylor.
Thank you.
You guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Well, another just hard-fought game. We beat a good basketball team tonight. They were averaging 76 points a game coming into the night, and to hold them to 50 takes an unbelievable effort. I thought we did a great job on their scores and their main shooter at the guard spot. Guys were really focused and locked in. We spent a lot of time in trying to develop a scheme to make sure that we could slow him down. Thought our guys did a great job of following the game plan. And it was a terrific team win.
You talked about shutting down their leading scorer. I think he was averaging 24 points. I mean, he only scored 4 points. So what did you guys do well that limited his offensive game tonight?
Well, I think our concentration was really good. I mean, we knew that he was a threat, and we knew that if he played the way he had been playing, it's going to be very difficult to beat them because he's an NBA caliber guard. I mean, he can score. He averages 8 or 9 rebounds a game, shooting 45% from three. So, we respected his game a great deal. And I think in talking about him and just having our guys understand the importance of kind of slow him down. Usually don't stop a guy like that. You're trying to slow him down. And I thought our guys really were locked in. Their concentration was at a high level, and we were able to kind of slow them down, which gave us a better chance at winning.
Coach Taylor earns the MVP for this tournament. What is it like to coach him? How has his transition been from high school to college?
He's been great to coach, as I said earlier, and mainly because he's a great listener. He's coachable. He wants to learn, and he's, like I said, he's very skilled. I mean, he can score inside, he can score outside. Defensively, he can guard multiple positions. So he's a piece that is unique, in college basketball. And so just trying to find ways to put him in position to be successful out there. And to his credit, he's played well, and I think the best basketball is still ahead of him.
Coach, Freeman was fantastic, 9.7 boards, plus 14, and he always brings that energy that you talk about him. He was such a difference maker. Speak to having him and counting on him when the chips are down, like tonight where you needed more from him with obviously CJ not available.
He was a great spark for us. He had been practicing very well. Then he got injured and he missed about 3 weeks straight right before we started the season, of course. And that kind of derailed him a little bit, slowed him down. So he's still rounding into the player he's going to become. This is kind of glimpses of what we were seeing this summer and in the fall, what you saw today. So I think he's still going to continue to grow and get better as each game, goes by, as he gets his rhythm. But I'm really happy for him. It was a great team win, and he gave us a great spark off the bench.
Coach, what is CJ's status? Do we understand he maybe tweaked something in pregame? What happened?
Yeah, he did. He tweaked it at the Oklahoma State game. And, and so then we tried to rest and recover and treatment as many times as we could before we practiced the next day. It still was, really, really sore. And so then, treated him. It's gotten better, of course. But then even today when we had to shoot around, he still was not, he wasn't able to go. And so we're not going to put a young man out on the court in that kind of situation. It's better for him to get healthy, which he will. It's not nothing, that other than just rest and treatment and recovery, he should be fine. So we just keep on working with him and get him back as soon as we can.
Coach, the threes fell in the first half. That really helped your offensive game in that first half.
It did. I think both teams was, like I said, were having defensive masterpieces. And then, we started making a few threes. We weren't really making too many other shots, but we were making the three ball. And I think that kind of, opened up the lead a little bit, 9-point lead at halftime. And, seeing that ball going was good for some of our guys because that gave them confidence, I think, in the second half to play a little freer.
Coach, what can a win like this in a tournament format, playing two quality programs, especially as you look for this team to build chemistry, a lot of new faces? What does a championship like this mean for this ball club?
Well, I think it's huge because, you always, very few teams have an opportunity to play for a championship, to even play for one. So to have that opportunity to play in this environment at a neutral site against quality opponents, terrific coaches, I think it just gives your team, more confidence and show what they're capable of doing. Because now when during the season, you're in these situations, you've already experienced it. So you kind of know what you need to do to be successful in them. So, it's one thing to play in it, but then after you win the championship, that's even better. That's even a bonus for us. So our guys, I thought they did a great job. I think they'll grow from this experience of learning how to win in this type of environment, how to win against these kind of opponents, and we'll carry it forward.
Your defense was playing man-to-man, switching a lot, as opposed to other schemes. How was that successful for you tonight?
I thought it was good for us. I mean, they have so many weapons. They have one terrific scorer, of course, but they have guys that can score inside. They have other shooters on the team. Several of their players are 40% three-point shooters besides number 22. So, you really have to be locked in and focused on who are the shooters, aware of where they were. And in the post, we had to guard in the post, we had to be strong in there. And I thought our guys did do that. But we took away the 3-ball from them, which they're very good at. And we didn't let them get anything easy around the basket, and that's the 2 things we really tried to concentrate on. And I thought for the most part, we did a good job of that.
Coach, obviously you talked about the experience of playing in the Bahamas for your players and joining that experience. Saturday, I guess you had Shane Battier speak to the team. Take us through that, and what did he deliver the message to your players?
He was amazing. I mean, he was an inspiration. It wasn't just basketball. It was about life and being successful in life. And, we talked about basketball from the standpoint of, how to become successful. You're judged on one thing in the sport, and that's winning. And so he was the ultimate winner. So he kind of talked about winning and a winning mindset and, and it's leaving everything out there on the court and not just, holding anything back and not pacing yourselves when you go out and play. And I think those guys took it to heart. I thought he did a great job. I think he inspired a lot of our guys with his speech. And then they asked him a lot of questions. They had a chance to ask him a lot of questions. He was gracious enough to take in questions, and I had to stop everybody because they were going to keep going. I'm like, he's on vacation, right? Because this wasn't planned. He was on vacation. So I'm like, look, let me get back. Your wife is waiting for you at the beach. So we have to get him out of here. But he was good. He was great, very inspirational, and talked about just mindset, talked about, being a champion and how to win.
Coach, how do you hope to build on winning a trophy here in the early part of the season for the confidence and the chemistry of this team? What will this championship mean now?
I think it's always great for our program to know we can be in these situations and we can be successful. It's great for our young men, like I said, to have this type of success in a mini tournament like this. Just helps you as you move forward because you're going to be in other tournaments and situations. And I think you have a kind of a little bit of a roadmap of what you have to do, how you prepare, how hard you have to play, quick turnarounds between games, all the things that are a little bit unique from the regular season. So I think our guys will learn from that. And our staff, we're growing. I thought our staff did a great job with preparation. I thought we were ready for, what we faced, that there were not many surprises with other teams doing. But our staff was amazing. And so just really think that we all got better from this experience.
Does that trophy get a good spot on the return flight?
Yes, it will. It'll take a first class seat. It's great. And then we'll put it in, our arena or in one of our offices. But it's great to be a champion. And our guys, that's something that they'll be able to have for the rest of their life. Like these are the memories that you create for young people. For the rest of their life, they'll always remember coming down to the Bahamas, playing against a really good field and winning a championship. They'll never forget this. And that's why sport is so great for these type of moments.
Coach, I know you said obviously you'll never forget winning a championship in the Bahamas, but just how did you enjoy the last few days down there? Did you and your staff? I know you're there to coach basketball. Did you have a little bit of R&R time?
No, not me. You already know what I'm down here to do. And
you didn't have any nice meals or anything, or
we had a really good team meal last night. We took the whole team out to a restaurant right here in the facility. We had a great meal with our guys, spent time fellowshipping with them. And that was fun. That's the only thing I did the entire time, just preparing for games. These games are coming quick. You have a lot of preparing to do after the first game, especially with a turnaround of one day off. And that day you're spending all your time watching tape and you have practice. So you have to prepare for all of those things. So no, we were really focused on what we wanted to do. And I'm proud of our guys because they also stayed focused. There's a lot of times you can come here in a place like this, you can easily be distracted. I thought our guys were very mature in how they handled it.
What have you learned about your team that you didn't know before the season started, considering all the adversity you've had with the injuries that we've talked about through 5 games, and they seem to have responded? What have you learned about this group?
Well, I really like their grit. I really like their fight. I mean, there are a lot of things we can clean up for sure. But those 2 things, from day one, I haven't questioned their grit, their fight. They've shown a never give up attitude in games. And that's not just this weekend. They've done that in all of our games. And so, you don't know about your team until then. And now, I've seen it now, through 5 games. Just really, really, proud of them for that. And we need to keep that going.
What'd you think of the double dunk?
I know, right? The double dunk was, you don't see that too often. That just shows guys are very aggressive. They're pursuing basketballs. And I'd rather have that than nobody go up there. So really, really happy that that they were aggressive trying to make a play to help your team.
All right.
All
Thank you,
good?
Coach.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach. Safe travels.
Hey, you guys too, and have a happy Thanksgiving, guys.
You too. See you
Thanks,
Wednesday.
Coach. Congrats,
Take care.
Coach.
Thank you.